Welcome back, everyone. In Nigeria, despite constituting nearly half the population, women remain significantly underrepresented in political offices and decision-making roles. Enhancing their participation is not just about equity, but also about improving governance, as diverse leadership often leads to more effective and representative policies. Nigerian women have lamented the gross underrepresentation of women in parliament. In the 9th National Assembly, there were 8 female senators, representing 7.3%, and 13 female members of the House of Reps, which was about 3.6%. And this represents 4.5% of the entire National Assembly. In the 10th National Assembly, female senators constitute approximately 4% of the entire 10th Senate. Out of 108 elected senators, excluding the late Senator Ifeanyi, only 4 are women. The remaining 104 senators in Nigeria are men, and 17 out of 360 seats in the House of Reps, which is about 4.7%, represents 4.2% of the 469-member assembly. And based on these statistics, women deserve better. More representation at the National Assembly, more ministerial positions and top hierarchical positions in party structures. Joining me tonight on the program to discuss this very important conversation, which is about advancing women's political participation, is women opinion leader Rukaya Abdurrahman Manga. Good evening to you, madam. Welcome to Politics Tonight. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. So, just like I said, just 4 of the 92 female candidates that ran for senatorial elections across the 109 senatorial districts succeeded in the long run, and 17 women on the 360 seats representing different constituencies in the Green Chamber. What are the main barriers preventing Nigerian women from participating in politics? How does women underrepresentation in politics affect governance and political outcomes in this part of the world?
Good evening. Thank you for having me. Women participation in politics have come a long way, especially in the area where I'm coming from. Before, you find out that women are, they usually shy away from participating in politics because of one or so many issues, so many biases, so many stigmas that have been attached to women participating in politics. This day, nowadays, women have we've come of age. I'll use that word. We've developed politically in the sense that we've been able to come out, to show our faces, to give our voices, to give our votes for political reasons. Take for example, if you go to the grassroots, especially at the polling unit, you will find out that majority of the voters on the day of election are women. 75% are women and youths during the polling session or on the polling unit. After the campaigning, after everything women have gone through, you will find out that a very negligible number of positions are being given to women. That has been a very something that has given us a backward stage in participating in politics. Women usually shy away from even going to cast their vote because they believe that even if they cast their vote will not matter because nothing will be given to them apart from the so-called motivational soap and detergent that will be given and pieces of wrappers during campaign. Afterwards, after the election, when the candidate they've supported has attained power, they've been abandoned without any meaningful positions. So if you look at the situation nowadays, women are coming of age. Women have decided to take the bull by the horns, to aspire for positions, good positions that can lead us to the next level. But we've been having a lot of issues, a lot of problems. Especially where I'm coming from the northern part of the country, Kebbi State, where we have the religious biases.
Absolutely. Absolutely, madam, because you're from a very conservative environment, so you're in the best position to help us with these answers. How do cultural and religious beliefs influence women's participation in Nigerian policies?
The cultural and religious biases have done a lot in the olden days, but this time around, women have been urged to come out to vote and to be voted for. In some years back, you will not find a married woman coming out to campaign or to be part of politics because she will be looked at, she will be stigmatized, she will be called names, she will be it will make her to even lose her marriage. But nowadays, when you go to the political arena, you will find out that there are respectable, influential, educated women that are vying for political position because the cultural biases, the religious biases have been looked into and they've been addressed, and women have been advised
Right.
how to vote and to be voted for.
All right.
So
I like that. So how effective has Nigeria's national gender policy been in increasing women's political participation? How effective has it been?
It has been really effective because if you look at the number of women coming out, the number of women coming out to via for positions, you will find out that there are a lot of changes from the olden days that we are used to. Women come out in mass now to contest for election. But the only problem we have is the male domination in the party system and in the political system that has played a very vital role in not giving women the position they deserve. But women are the key factors in politics in Nigeria. We have
and that would lead me to my next question. Should Nigeria adopt a gender quota system for elective positions? Do you think gender quotas should be made mandatory in Nigerian political parties or elections?
I believe gender quotas, if will be applied, it will make a lot of sense. It will bring us from the dark, honestly, because when you look at the 35% affirmative actions that has been signed by the Constitution, it has not been met. It has not been met. If it has been met, we will have been in better positions now, honestly. So the quota should be assigned and it should be looked into so that, especially now, if you look at the party system, maybe the party will bring out a situation whereby if 10 men are participating, definitely 3 out of those 10 men are women. That kind of thing will make the party to attain the 35 affirmative action that has been stipulated. It has not been stipulated, and that is why we are still lacking at the background.
Which should not be. Madam, because I mean, if you look at countries like African countries like Liberia, Malawi, Mauritius, CAR, Burundi, Gabon, Namibia, these are African countries that have increased women's political participation and representation, either as president or prime minister. So what lessons can Nigeria learn from other African countries that have successfully increased women's political representation?
I think if we are to remove those 3 biases that I've talked about, that is the male domination, the religious biases, the cultural biases, and if we are going to stick to the 35% affirmative action that the Constitution have approved of, maybe that will bring a lot of changes when women are given their mandate, when women are allowed to canvass for political positions, and when those positions are given to them, or when they've been allowed. I will give you some examples here, like the Adamawa State gubernatorial aspirant, the Binani. Binani has contested for election in Adamawa State. She's done everything and she's garnered support from all women groups in the state, but still, her position has not been have not seen the light of the day. We've seen women, a lot of women. Look at, for example, in Kaduna State, we have only one deputy governor in Kaduna State, and maybe a few members House of Assembly. And look at other in African countries. Look at where we have presidents. Look at Namibia; they are making a lot of the president in Namibia. Look at Tanzania. We have a president, President Samia. They've been making a lot of impact in politics in their countries. So why not Nigeria? Nigeria women. We have a lot of women that can vie for presidential position, gubernatorial position, not even the senators. We have a lot of women that have the zeal, the capacity, and what have you.
But also, don't you also think that as women, it's high time we stopped playing the blame game? Don't you also think it's time we stop blaming men for some of these issues? Don't you also think that it's time we come out and tell the world that we can do it? Because my next question would be, how can young women be encouraged to see politics as a viable career path?
Honestly, the few women that we have in the system, in the political system right now, that very, I'm very proudly to say that they've given a lot of, they are groundbreakers. Let me use this word. They are groundbreakers. I don't want to start calling names, but we've seen a lot of women in politics that have done wonderful things to their societies, to their states, to their constituencies. So I believe if women should be given the opportunity, women are going to bring a lot of achievement and a lot of improvement.
All right then. So how can schools and universities better prepare women for leadership roles?
I think schools, it has to start not even from the school. It has to start from the communities, because when a community decide that
would you say the community or from the home?
From the home. The community is, that's where the home is. It has to start from home, because home charity begins at home, they say. It has to start from the community, the home, then the two schools. If the at home a woman is being given a lot of importance, like let me use this for an example, from a Hausa society where I'm coming from. If a woman, a lady, is vying for a position, she will need the support of her family, she will need the support of her community, she will need the support of the elders, religious elders in the society. If they give her that support, all we need as women is support. We need that support. Some of us vying for positions, some people will come and say, me, I will not be led by a woman. Why can't you be led by a woman? Woman is also a woman, and some of the women can do even better than the men. Absolutely. Like I have said, look at the vice president, the former vice president of the United States of America, Kamala Harris. She despite the fact that she's a woman and she's black, she has done wonderfully in her position as the vice president, and she has campaigned, contested for the presidency, which was not, she didn't attain the presidency, but we've seen what happened. Take for example in Pakistan, where the Benazir Bhutto, she have done a lot of in her people, despite being a very conservative society. Pakistan is a Muslim conservative society, but Benazir Bhutto, being a woman, she has done a lot. She has succeeded in politics. So I believe that if Nigerian women will be given the chance, will be supported, given all the support, Nigerian women can do a lot, can do better. We can hold position, and we can hold them excellently. All right. Like Ahmed mentioned earlier, the two African presidents that we have that are women, they are doing wonderfully. We've seen that they're doing wonderfully to their countries and to their people.
Right. So if you had the power to implement one change today to advance women's political participation in Nigeria, what would it be?
Honestly, I'm going to go for 50-50. Not even the 35%. I'm going for.
Is that realistic?
To be allowed. Women should be allowed to to vote and to be voted for the positions to 50-50, honestly. 50-50.
All right.
Going for 50-50.
So before I let you go, what message would you like to send to the next generation of Nigerian women leaders?
That's a very big one. I will tell my women folk to come out. Let your voice be heard. Let you be women, and at the same time be trustworthy, as we know women are very trustworthy. Women are loyalists. Come out and participate in politics, because politics can bring a lot of changes. Politics can bring a lot of development. Women, especially girls that are coming up, go to school, earn your education, and make sure that you have zeal and passion for politics, and come out, and we will support you. We will give you all the support you want, and you will go for positions, inshallah.
Thank you so much. Great conversation, quite instructive and refreshing. Thanks a lot for joining us. Rukaya Abdurrahman Manga, Women Opinion Leader. Thanks a lot for your contribution tonight. And I look forward to more conversations with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you very much for watching. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But before we go, let's tell you that the views and reactions of our resource persons are theirs and have no connection with TVC News. Meanwhile, you can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode at midnight. Get in touch with us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG, and as a watchable calendar, we're using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News NG. I am Olajumoke Olatuji. Good night, everyone.